Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into a really interesting case study called StreamNest. It's a project that asks a question I think we've all wondered about. Is there a better, smarter way to watch video online?
Okay, let's be real. Does this sound familiar? You open up an app to find one specific thing, and suddenly an hour's gone by. You've been down a dozen different algorithmic rabbit holes, and you kind of feel digitally exhausted. You've seen a ton, but haven't really learned anything. Well, that exact frustration is where our story begins. And look, this feeling isn't an accident. It's actually a problem with the design of most platforms. They're built for endless scrolling and engagement, not necessarily to help you find what you're looking for with intention. They're basically engineered to keep you clicking, watching, and scrolling no matter what. And this really gets to the heart of it, right? We have this massive, endless ocean of content, but the tools we're given to explore it feel cluttered, overwhelming. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose. This is the exact challenge that the StreamNest project set out to solve. So, what's the alternative? Well, this is where StreamNest comes into the picture. It's a project that was designed from the ground up to be a totally different kind of video experience, one that's thoughtful, curated, and focused. It's less about keeping you glued to the screen and more about helping you find what you want, and fast. Just listen to the words used right in the project's own definition: curated, distraction-free, fast search, clean playback. Every single one of those words is a direct answer to the video overload problem. So this isn't just another video player. It's a statement, really, about a whole different philosophy for experiencing online video. This comparison really lays it all out. On the left, you've got the typical experience we all know: noisy, distracting, and often relying on unpredictable external data. But on the right, you see StreamNest's whole approach. It's curated, it's clean, and this is a super smart move for a project like this. It's built on reliable local data. That means it's a stable, predictable environment that just plain works. But, getting to that final, polished app wasn't exactly a straight line. Like with most really ambitious projects, the journey was all about iteration. It wasn't about nailing it on the first try. It was about learning, refining, and rebuilding. In this case, over 3 totally distinct attempts. So that first attempt, it was fragile, built on a structure that just couldn't grow. The second try had more features, but it was inconsistent. The search felt unreliable, the experience was kind of bumpy. It was only on that third attempt, by really zeroing in on a clean data layer, a smarter search function, and solid state management, that everything finally clicked into place. The project became stable and polished. It's such a great reminder that sometimes building something great means being willing to rebuild. And this quote from the report absolutely nails why that third version worked so well. It wasn't just about writing better code. It was about designing the entire architecture around how a real person actually wants to use the app. You discover something, you search for it, you watch it, and then you can get back to it easily, without friction. That was the whole game. Okay, so we get the what and the why. Now let's pop the hood and take a look at the how. What are the technologies and the architectural choices that actually made that final version of StreamNest tick? The tech stack here is super modern and practical. We're talking React for the user interface, React Router to handle all the navigation, and Create React App for the build process. It's a smart, industry-standard foundation that lets you build things quickly and reliably. No surprises, just solid choices. And the architecture itself is just as logical. You've got this really clear layout, a top bar, a sidebar, and this brilliant, persistent now playing bar so you never lose your place. The routes for navigation are clearly defined, the data layer cleverly fakes a real API with local files, and React's context API manages that global now playing state. It's all just incredibly well thought out. So, what are the big takeaways from all this? This project is more than just a cool app. It's actually packed with lessons for anyone who builds software, or heck, even for anyone who thinks about how we find and consume information today. So yeah, this project really leaves us with 4 big ideas. First, the incredible value of iteration, of not being afraid to start over to get something right. Second, just how critical a clean data layer is for good user experience. Third, some specific, really useful tech lessons. And finally, the big picture idea, that intentional, careful curation can be a powerful weapon against information overload. And that's really why this matters beyond just the code, right? An app like StreamNest, just by its design, encourages a different kind of behavior. It's about being intentional with what you watch, about focusing, about tuning out all the noise. It just goes to show that the tools we build can either add to our distraction or actually help us build healthier habits.
Which brings us to this final big question. As we dive deeper and deeper into a world run by powerful AI-driven feeds, is that simple, thoughtful act of human curation becoming more valuable than ever? Could that be the real key to finding focus in a world that is literally designed to distract us? Definitely something to think about. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.